A First Alert Weather Day continues as we have extreme heat warnings in place. Currently 101 degrees at Tuscaloosa, 98 Birmingham, 95 Anniston, and we're tracking storms. A lot to cover in your weather every 6 minutes.
Remember this video, a local mom reunited with her 4-day-old baby after she was allegedly kidnapped. Now the woman accused in that case is under arrest in Atlanta for allegedly kidnapping 2 other kids. Why was she out? We're getting into that story for you tonight. And this man, a staple in Alabaster, now missing for several days tonight. Why police say he was out of his normal area and pattern, and where the search for him is really focusing in on now. And flock cameras, increasingly controversial. Man, has this story blown up in the last couple of weeks. Tonight, somebody's been damaging more of these cameras, this in Tuscaloosa County. Why police say these are still so valuable, Brittany.
Right. Well, now a Leeds principal has resigned and the Leeds police chief is responding. Their investigation, what he says they found and didn't find. And it's a First Alert Day for extreme heat. We're checking on your kids' classroom to see how schools are keeping them safe. We're going inside the AC and on the roof. Find out about that coming up.
Live on your side. 6 on your side starts with First Alert Weather.
And we begin with extreme heat warnings across Alabama. Currently 101 at Tuscaloosa, Greensboro at 85 because we had a pop-up storm nearby. 98 at Birmingham, 99 Talladega, 95 at Anniston. These are current air temperatures. Dangerously hot out there, but we are starting to see more storms, as we first alerted to, that are starting to pop up across Alabama. And we're going to see more of these throughout the evening, so that should help to knock down the temperature some as we go over to the radar view north and west, watching this line as it moves south. There's some rain-cooled air could set off some development over those northwest counties here over the next 60 minutes. So a first alert, but extreme heat warnings through 9 o'clock tonight. We'll carry that First Alert Weather Day throughout the evening as that possibility of strong to severe storms is also there. But we are going to be talking about more of a dry heat as we approach the weekend. Here's a live look from, well, we actually had a view from Eolin, and it was showing some of those storms there that were developing to the north and west. But we will get in for a closer look on radar and the 10-day coming up.
Out of Birmingham, firefighters are working to put out a fire at a home here on Kawando Lane. They've been at the scene now for about an hour. You get a look at the damage done there. We don't have any word yet on anybody hurt or how that started.
Breaking right now, a woman out on bond in a kidnapping case in Fairfield, now accused of kidnapping 2 other children in Atlanta.
Those 2 young children thankfully are okay. Atlanta police arrested Lakeisha Brown. The girl's mom says she and Brown had formed a friendship in the last year and she thought she could trust her. Remember, in 2021, Brown was arrested here, accused of taking 4-day-old Kamarian Taylor. This is the video of Taylor being reunited with his family. Police arrested Brown and she was later indicted by a grand jury. That 2021 case was turned over to the grand jury in 2025. Brown missed a court date that year and then earlier this year has stayed out of jail on bond. Bessemer Cutoff District Attorney Elise Washington says they have filed now to revoke that bond.
It's sad, it's scary, and it's sad. My heart goes out to the mother of those babies. This is unacceptable, whether it's in Georgia or Alabama. We have laws that are used to protect our children, and we also have laws when they are violated that those adults who violate those laws have to be held accountable.
What we don't know yet is when Brown could be brought back here to Alabama or be back in court on that case. A breaking news update on 6 on your side. Alabaster police now telling us the missing man they've been looking for, they believed, hopped into somebody's car hours before he disappeared. Talking about 67-year-old Glenn Spence, who has now been missing since Thursday.
Take a good look at his picture there. Neighbors across Alabaster rallying together to try to find him and bring him home, and especially in these dangerous heat, these conditions. Your Shelby County reporter Brady Talbert is also learning more about Spence's medical needs and why that's raising concerns.
Yes, Glenn Spence, also known as Mo, I'm told he was a staple of this community. And if you ever come here to the Crunch Fitness in Alabaster, odds are you've seen him before. This parking lot is also the very last spot he was seen that day, and the search area could be growing. Alabaster police telling us he hitched a ride that day.
We know that he accepted a ride from an individual. That individual took him outside of the city, outside of his normal walking area.
This community loves him and cares about him, and we don't want anything bad to happen to him.
Missing person posters going up across town as police share an updated timeline on Glenn Spence's disappearance. Officers saying Spence, who lives and walks down Simsville Road, was visiting the Southbrook Village Shopping Center. Police say he was seen on security video around 1:15 Thursday afternoon. At 2 o'clock, police say he got into someone's car who drove him to Pelham.
We have spoken to that person. That person has come forward and they have assisted us in the investigation.
What's unclear is how Spence got back here to the shopping center. Police say someone who knows him well saw him around 6:45 Thursday night, the last time he was seen. Police say Spence doesn't have a cell phone or his medicine. He also has a condition that affects his speech.
It's heartbreaking. This is Mr. Glenn was somebody that, I've grown up in this community, and Mr. Glenn was somebody I've known since I was young.
Very sweet, very loving man, just like hospitable, like a gentleman.
In addition to police searches, community members like Trish Garman are donating their time to try and find Spence.
Overall, everybody just wants him home.
Alabaster, Alabama, and surrounding areas, please stop scrolling for just a minute.
Scrappy is an Alabama social media influencer with around 400,000 followers. Now he is using his page to keep Spence's face in the spotlight.
I didn't know about the situation with Mo until I saw a video on TikTok. So to share his face on social media, on all platforms, even the news, maybe somebody in another city or another jurisdiction might see him.
And if you know anything at all, Alabaster Police want you to go ahead and call 911. They want all of the tips in this case going straight to law enforcement. However, if you don't feel comfortable speaking up, you can call Crime Stoppers and report your tip anonymously. Reporter in Alabaster, I'm Brady Tolbert, WBRC 6 News on your side.
Breaking out of St. Clair County, a woman was killed in a crash off Highway 411 in Moody. All of this happening around 10:30 at the intersection with Lake Joyce Road. Now, the police chief telling us 2 children and a man were also hurt in the head-on crash. Officers say this did not involve any students from Moody High School. The road was closed for several hours this morning.
New tonight, Leeds Police Chief Paul Irwin responding to the resignation of Leeds Elementary School's vice principal and rumors about the police department's actions. Chief Irwin says they investigated information about incidents reported to them and didn't find any criminal activity, and says the department hasn't gotten criminal complaints or suspicion of criminal activity at Leeds Elementary, adding, quote, the accusation myself or our department may have covered up any abuse of a minor child is very insulting to myself, our profession, and the officers who work at the Leeds Police Department. The safety of our children is the highest priority we have in the city of Leeds.
We're on your side, and we're working to get answers on who's responsible and who should clean up this mess you see on your screen near an apartment complex in Birmingham. This is near Stone Ridge Apartments off Valley Avenue, and we first told you about this mess on Friday. Now, it appears to be a large homeless encampment near a church. The property manager says they did get an email from City Councilman Josh Vasa's office. It said they were reaching out to the mayor's office. We reached back out to the mayor's office, but have not heard back on this. We will stay on it.
Developers at Stadium Trace in Hoover are just beginning to work on phase 2 of that project. Here's phase 1, which you're used to seeing there, the hotels, the restaurants. Well, they're just starting to work on phase 2, but today announced they bought all of this land for phase 3 of the project. 65 acres here. That is Stadium Trace Parkway, coming right off of John Hawkins Parkway. If you're going back to this SEC baseball tournament, you're coming right down this road. There's all the shopping for now, and this is all the land that's still to be developed. They say in this section, phase 3, they're going to do medical, retail, professional office space, and luxury residences. Again, lots of work about to happen behind what's already a very busy section of Hoover, West.
All right, Jonathan, incredible. These temperatures have just been holding right around 100, 101, up to 102 at Tuscaloosa. Birmingham, we've dropped a degree, 98. It's 95 in Anniston, but notice what's going on now to the north. We're starting to see some little areas of pop-up storms and showers that are developing along that rain-cooled air that's moving down into Marion County. So a first alert for Marion, Winston, Fayette. If you're in Walker County, could see a pop-up storm. There's one here producing some lightning near Detroit and northern Lamar County, and also also some stronger storms. You go north and west of Coleman, you see up towards Moulton. These storms could start to move in towards Winston and Coleman County as well. But this will all continue to develop south. Model data, new guidance coming in. Look at this brand new data here showing simulated radar, forecast radar. And watch this, possibility of some development further south there, 7 o'clock. And then perhaps down towards Birmingham by 8 o'clock, and might even see some development down into parts of Shelby County perhaps. This is all going kind of riding around that heat bubble, the heat dome that's been in place, and we're going to start to see those higher extremes sliding further and further west. There is a heat advisory that's included across our southwest counties tomorrow, but already starting to see some improvement in the temperatures, and we'll have some low 90s coming back. But we'll talk more about rain chances towards the end of the week in your weekend forecast coming up.
Improvement all relative there, Wes. All right, thanks. A breaking news update now. We have learned the coroner completed the autopsy on actress Hayden Panettiere, but the cause of her death has not been released. Now, the 911 audio is revealing more details about her death. Where paramedics found the 36-year-old actress unresponsive at this apartment complex in Greenville, South Carolina yesterday. Dispatchers in that 911 call used the word overdose. In the past, Panettiere has shared she struggled with alcoholism and drug addiction.
In other news tonight, more flock cameras damaged in our area, this time in North Tuscaloosa County.
Yeah, so far nobody's been arrested. The other flock camera found damaged in West Tuscaloosa County. Sergeant Josh Hastings says the county has these cameras and have had them for a while, and they have more than paid off.
Been an extremely valuable tool for us. I think there is some misinformation out there that's getting passed around on how these operate and who's able to view them and all that, but they have been advantageous in helping us solve a lot of different crimes, from property crimes to homicides. Like they've been invaluable for us.
Sergeant Hastings says each flock camera with a pole costs around $1,800. Hastings adds that the plan to replace the ones that were knocked down at both locations.
On this First Alert weather day for dangerous heat, what are schools doing to keep your child cool in class? Right now at 6, we're going on the roof and inside those AC rooms. No QB yet named as a starter in Tuscaloosa, but the offensive coordinator says they're getting close tonight when the decision could be coming.